Hi everyone, I'm just coming on to give you a quick idea of how I achieve my one sheet wonders. Now, as a guideline, I tend to use an 8x8 sheet of copy paper. Nothing fancy about it. Where did I put that other one? Don't know what I've done with it. Oh, it's over here. Now, this was a sketch I have just cut up. Okay, so you can kind of see it's messy, but it gives me an idea of what I'm doing. So the idea is this is to represent a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So each panel here is 4 inches wide. Okay, so I'll just put at the top of that 4 inch, 4 inch, and 4 inch. Okay, so we'll know that each of those rows are 4 inches, okay, because it's not going to be to scale, it's just a sketch, so we know what we're working with. So first of all, I like to use 1 as a diagonal. Okay, so I'm just using this one here, and this is usually 5, so this one is a 5 by 4, and then I cut it, once it's chopped, I cut it on an angle, and that gives me card 1 and card 2. Okay, so if I show you that there, you get an idea of what I mean. Okay. Then for my next one, I will maybe do 2 by 2. So I'll do maybe 2 of them. So that's 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2, and 2 by 2. Now, ordinarily, I would use 2 of these in 1 card. So that's maybe card 3, card 3, card 4, and card 4. Then we'll do maybe, now let me see, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 3 inches here. So what I'll do is I'll do 3 by 3, and that'll be card 5. And then I'll have one here which is 3 by 1, and that will be card 6. Okay, so that's us got 6 cards off that one panel. There is other people who do sketches that they're very difficult to cut because they've got different levels. I try to keep mine in 3 panels so that I can cut it down as 3 panels and it's easier. There is some that will do maybe a 4 inch, and then you've got a 6 inch down here, and it makes it so difficult to cut. So this is my easy way of doing it. So we'll have up here maybe a 1.5. No, in fact, you know what? I'll do it 5.5. Okay. And I will do it at 1 inch. So I'm going to have 2. As I said, they're not to scale, so don't worry about the thickness. That's not the issue. So this one is going to be 4 by 1. No, 5.5 by 1, Karen. 5.5 by 1. That's 5.5 by 1. And the idea of those is that they will go side by side. If I just show you roughly, they will go side by side on a panel. You'll have 2 panels either side, and then you can pick a sentiment in the centre. So we'll have 2 of those, and that will be card 7. And then we'll do maybe 2 of them at 4 by 1. So that's going to be 4 inch by 1 and 4 inch by 1. And basically that's the exact same principle, only we're going to be going that way with them. So the 4 inches will be going down the side and my sentiment across there as a landscape rather than portrait. Then for this bit, this one is going to be 1.5 by 2. So let me think. Right, so that's going to be 8. So 1.5 by 2. We'll just leave it at that. 1.5 by 2. And that's going to be card 9. Okay. And that could, if you wanted, you could pair them up, your smaller pieces, and just have them placed. So because you're going to be using the same paper, it won't make a difference. But for now we'll call it 6 and 9, just till we see what's happening. Then we're going to do, let me see, I'll do a few ones. I've already done 2 there. So I'm going to do 1.5. So that's 1.5 and 1.5. So that's 4 by 1.5. And that's going to be card 10. And they again can be used either, now obviously that's too long, but you could use them like that, but have them maybe down further on. Okay. Then we'll do, let me see, I do like a few small ones, so I think I'll do 4 by 1s. Right, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're 1 by 1. Oops. And that'll be card 11. Okay. For all of those. Now let me see, that's 5.5, 8.5, 9.5. So if I do a 1/2 inch there, so that's going to be 4 by 1/2 inch, and we can do that as card 12. Then we can have, so that's going to be 4 by 3. So we'll do another diagonal one there, I think. So that's 4 by 3. And what I would do with that one is I would have one at the top corner and one at the bottom corner, and then have my sentiment along the centre. So that's going to be card 13. And then we will do, let me think, let me see, so I do two-inch strips, two by four, I think. So that's going to be 2 by 4 and 2 by 4. As I said, I just do these really roughly because they could change. So that's going to be card 14. Then we can do a wider panel, I think. So I think maybe a 3, a 5.5. So let me think, that's 2 by 4. So that leaves me with 8. So I want another. Right, so that's 5.5 there. And I want that at 3. So I'll do that there. So that's going to be 5.5 by 3. And that's going to be card 15. Then we have got a 5.5 by 1. And that can be, if I've got another 5.5 by 1, I've got 2 there. So that's going to be card 16. And then I think I'll do another 3 by 3. So that's going to be 17. And what I'll do with this one is I'll make this number 6, and that's going to be a 3 by 1. So that's going to be a pair for that one. So we'll get 17 cards out of this. And that's your basic idea for doing a sketch. It's just to chop down your 12 by 12 as efficiently as you can and have card ideas in your head. Now, as I said, this was my last plan. If I just pull that over, hopefully it'll be able to show you how I kind of plan mine out. Oh, so many bits, I'm just trying to make sure I list them all. And then I mat and layer them once they're cut. And the mat and layer is a 1/4 inch on everything. So put that aside and I'll show you the sketch that I did previously. So, and how I put them together. So this is my 4 by 5, and I've cut that on a diagonal into card 1 and card 2, which is there. Okay, so that was my card, and you'll see on the back I have wrote 1 and 2, so I know where they are, and you'll see there that the points are kind of cut off because they don't go as wide, but it won't matter at all. Then you'll see we've got card 3. So if I turn these over, it's easier actually because I mark them. So we've got card 3 here, which is 2 inch by 4 inch. And if I pull down my card blank, you can kind of see where I would be going with it. So that'll be kind of going across my centre, or I would put it like that and then have my sentiment up here maybe. Okay, so that's card 3. Card 4 is 3.5 by 4, and that is going just as a block, and then I put my sentiment down below. Alright, then card 5 is 1.5 by 4, and again that can be used as a panel, or you can use it across the way to give you a clean card, and then put your greeting or your sentiment across there. And you can embellish these. I always do my bases first, then I do my embellishments with the colours that I require. Then we've got card 6. Now up here I had made an error. I had marked card 5, but I've already got a 5 down there. So I will come back to those. Those are at the end. So card 6 is 1.5 by 4. And again, it's another panel or a panel like that. But you can move these panels around. They don't need to be set where I say they should be. Then we've got card 7, another panel. Okay. Card 8 is 2 strips. Now for this, they would be going like that. Okay. And then I would have my greeting in the centre there. Okay. So that's card 8 is 2. Card 9 is also 2. And it goes that way. And these aren't the full length of the card, but I really don't think it matters, because you can do it portrait or landscape and just put your sentiment in the centre there. And you can measure them out to where you wish them to be. They don't need to be right up next to the edge. So that's card 9. Card 10 is a 3 by 3. Again, I would put it there and have my sentiment. And you can put a topper, you can put a birthday cake or a candle or whatever. Card 11 is 2 1 by 1s. Now, I would personally put them either at the bottom of my card and then have my sentiment, or at the side and have my sentiment. It's totally up to you. Now, you can do 3 of these. They do fit easily with 3 on it. So it's absolutely up to you. Then we have got card 12 is 4 by 3. So it's a bit longer. And again, sentiment at the bottom. Then we've got card 13. Is that right? Let's see. Card 13 is a 4 by 2. I'm filming. Okay. So that's 4 by 2. Now you could put both of them on together, or just one, and you can move it up and down. Doesn't need to be anywhere set. Alright. And that's the exact same. You could put it over that way. You could have it in the centre there and have your sentiment right in the centre. And just have a bit of white space. Or use your stamps. Stamp a wee background round about it. Just an idea. Then we have got, let me see, card 15 is another banner one. But again, I would personally put that in the centre, and or just up from centre and have my sentiment down below on another piece of black card. Let me just see if that's not a bad size. I would just back it on a piece of black card so it would match. Then we have got, what was that, 15? No, that's the wrong one. 16 is the same idea. Another bannered one. Then we have got 17. And personally, I would put that down one side and have my sentiment down. Quite a long sentiment, maybe. I have got one here. It's not Stampin' Up, it's just a Do Crafts one. and it says friendship isn't one big thing, it's millions of little things. So maybe having something like that, and then maybe like a little stamp flourish or something down the bottom. Okay, so that type of idea, it's just learning to think how to place things. Then, as I said, card 18 is I have got 3 of the 2x2s left. Okay, so I've got 1 there, and I've got these 2 here. I'll just show you. There's 1 there and 2 there. Now, I would personally put them like that. And then maybe have like happy birthday. And maybe just have their birthday number in the centre there. Or you can do it as a 2 and have that one on a separate one. Completely up to you. These are just ideas for you. How to get the most out your paper, your DSP, and to make an amazing bunch of cards that will go the distance. Okay, so I hope that tutorial's helped, and as I said, have a wee play about. It's only copier paper or a ruler and a pencil, and you can design to your heart's content. Quite a few have like 3-inch, and then they do maybe like a circle die, so they'll take that circle out, use that in something else, and then maybe put the sentiment in the centre of that, so you can embellish it even further. One of the cards that I have just done, let me think, where did I put it? Here. Now, right, I'll just pull these ones out. These are ones I made using the up, and away, and you can see I used the hot air balloons from the DSP and chopped out a few to use as embellishments. Okay. And that isn't DSP, that is just the embellishments. Oops. Oh, it's not. I thought I had a head in it. It's not, it's the envelope. And with such a patterned paper as that, you really don't need much embellishing. Okay, so you've got that there. And that was what I was saying about the 3x3 and half in it. You can use it like that. I do have a Pinterest page with all these one sheet wonders on it. And again, that is the reverse of that. So that would be more feminine, I would say. Oops. And then you've got that one. So as I said, I mean, that was all from one DSP, and that's what 3, 5, 10, 15, 18 cards I got out of that one sheet of DSP. And then I have got this one here, which is using the celebrations inside the lines. Now, as I said, you can see how clean and crisp that looks, and that's just a small panel. So I've got that one there, and I have just coloured them using my stamping markers, and sentiments are from various stamp sets, and I have just added a little bit of glitter to the bee, and there's a wee bee up there as well, glittered. But I didn't colour these until I chopped them all down, so they're all different coloured, and you can see the variation of patterns. I mean, those are almost the same size, but we've got them in different directions. Those two again, those are the same size, and they're just different cards, different sentiment. That one's squared, that one's long and rectangular, and it just makes the difference. This one I've just added some sequins with some wee rhinestones on it. I love this one, that's just 1x1s, and it's just nice and clean. I think that's 1.5 or 1 3/4, and just a few wee sequins, a large one and another smaller one with some glitter on it. So you can go out of whatever you wish. So there's what, 5, 10, 15, 17 out of that set. So it's just about stretching your supplies to maximise your card production. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it helps. If you've got any questions, just give me a yelp. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye for now.